Okay, friends, in lieu of quite a few emails and my apologies for having technical difficulties on our Zoom recordings, I am posting this tutorial for Project 3 and some of the questions that are arising. So the first thing we want to do is let's look at importing the proper title block that we need to manipulate. To do that, we're just going to perform the method we would typically do by inserting a family. And to do that, we would go to the Insert tab, Load Family, and scroll down to the title block folder. This will give us our preloaded title blocks that Revit provides us with. The title block that we're going to use for this project is the D sheet, or 22 by 34 horizontal. And remember from our class that this will actually wind up being a 24 by 36 ArcD sheet when you print it. That 22 by 34 dimension is generated because there's a 1-inch border around your sheet to provide space for staples and any other kind of a margin space needed for a sheet set. So 22 by 34, we'll click Open. That will load that title block into our project. Now we don't see any changes anywhere in our project. That's because our title block lives under the sheet heading. Now we have under our project browser a header for sheets already, but you can see there's nothing in that sheets category because we have to generate our sheets on an individual basis. So to generate a sheet, which is our next step in this project, we want to navigate to the View tab. And then this little icon here, it's a piece of paper with a little explosion at the top. That's our sheet generator. So if we click that icon, it will pull up all of the title blocks that we have loaded. So right now we have two title blocks loaded. One is a 30 by 42 E sheet, and then we see the D sheet that we just loaded, the 22 by 34 horizontal. Now if we click that and select OK, keep your eyes on that project browser in the Sheets heading. We get our drop down here under the Sheets heading that we can drop down and see that we have created one sheet. Now for this project we need 3 sheets. We're going to go ahead and create another sheet. Make sure we select the 22 by 34, and then we're going to select another and create one more sheet. So now we have 3 sheets, and what's beautiful is Revit puts them in sequential order for you. So A101, A102, and A103. To rename these sheets, you can do it in a couple of different methods or different ways, just like everything in Revit. Here under the unnamed category, you can double click on that header and change the name there. And you'll see it update here in your project browser as well. You can also right click on the header itself and select rename. You can change the number here. Now, I'm not doing these in order. The order they need to be in, I guess I should redo that, is the first sheet should be your site plan. The second sheet should be your floor plans. And the third sheet should be your elevation. Now in Revit, you can have the same name of the sheet multiple times. So I could have A102 floor plans, A103 floor plans, A104 floor plans, and so on. However, you cannot have the same number. So A101 is the only time that number or sheet number will exist in this project. Otherwise, if I tried to change A103 to A101, I'm going to get an error message. Sheet number is already in use. So just know that you have to keep those in some kind of sequential order, and you cannot duplicate the sheet number. Now, to manipulate this title block, the way that I'm asking you to do it, to make it a personalized title block, you can highlight that family or title block family and edit the family in the family editor, or you can double click on it. However you like to get to that family editor is fine. So just click on that and we'll open the family editor. And here you can make all the changes that we've talked about, from logo, which is just an image file, or a name, anything you want, to all of the other pieces of information that I've asked you to put on this right-hand side. And that's what I mean by right justified. I just mean in this right-hand side, right column, which is already laid out for you. So there's not too much thought you have to put into that part of this exercise. So read those directions and make sure that you fulfill all the requirements that are specified for this section of the title block. Close that. And then we'll get back to how to put a view on a sheet, which is also relatively simple. So there's, again, a couple of methods you can do. You can have that sheet set up or open that sheet view. So let's go to our A102 sheet floor plans, and then we're going to put our first floor plan, level 1 floor plan, on that sheet. Now there's two ways to do it. You can either have that sheet open and drag, left click, drag that view onto your sheet and click it. Now it's on my sheet. Or you can click that view, hold it, and drag it down to the sheet title or sheet name in the project browser. If you let go there, it will place it. Now I'm going to get an error message because that view is already placed on a sheet. So here's one thing. A view can only be placed on a sheet one time. It cannot be placed on any other sheet. So once that level 1 floor plan is on this sheet, I cannot put it on any other sheet anywhere in the project. It only allows you to do it once. If I needed a slight variation of that, I could right click on that, duplicate the view, and then put that duplicated view on another sheet. But the same view will not go on a sheet more than once. So let's look at putting our east elevation on that elevation sheet. I click, I drag down. Instead of having that open, I'm going to do it in the project browser, and I let it go. That automatically opens that sheet, and I can click where to put that. Now the other beautiful thing is when you start to have multiple elevations, it's not required for this project, but I've got the east, I'm going to put the west, I'm going to put the south, and I'm going to put the north, all on one sheet. What's really nice about having multiple views on one sheet is I can work. If I double click, do that again. If I double click on that view, that opens the view and I can start to work in that view. And I don't have to navigate back from view to view to view. That's a nice way to have multiple details on a single sheet and save some time going back and forth in views. So that's the bulk of the project. Anything else, I hope that you guys can figure out, and it's really just kind of a design decision for your title block. Any other questions that you guys might have, feel free, please, to reach out, and I'd be happy to answer or set up a time to meet with you in the next couple days here. I hope everybody had a great Thanksgiving. Hope you had a great break. I really enjoyed teaching you guys this semester, and I sense big things from you guys in the future. Thank you.